Drug dealers are like cockroaches.
Diana, what the f did you do?
It's official, guys. That dinner table, it's officially cursed. There's no other way around it at this point. I mean, damn. Diana was lucky that Monet's sister was there because it could have ended way worse than this. Season 4 of Ghost so far has been playing out exactly how I expected to, and about 80% of what I predicted has actually turned out. Drew and Diana, they're on the run, and Kane and Monet, they're going to be looking for them in this next episode. Episode 4 picks up right after that last scene from episode 3. Kane and Monet, they're basically talking with each other about what just happened at the dinner table, and they're obviously going to try to figure out a way to get around the situation and find out why Diana did what she did. Monet's sister might try to talk her out of how she's feeling at the moment about Diana, but Kane is still going to want some real revenge for what they did.
So you're not answering my phone calls?
Where the fuck is Diana?
I'm guessing you seen the video of her pretending to be me.
Yeah, I have.
You thought I sent Tommy after Tasha. That's why you thought you needed to take them shots at me. So did you?
I was pissed off about my mom, yes. But you told me you ain't do it, so I ain't saying shit at you. Listen. Drew and Diana, they violated. Alright, your own fucking blood tried to take you out.
Fucking know that.
So you know what you need to do then.
Listen, I don't trust this motherfucker for shit, but he right. Drew and Diana gotta go.
Kane is obviously going to tell his people to find Drew and Diana, or else he's going to kill them, basically. So they're obviously going to be out there looking for them. Monet will also ask Tariq to help her out. But Loki, he's going to have his own agenda. He is going to help her out, but he's going to have his own agenda. We know how Tariq operates. He still wants revenge, just based on the way that he was speaking in the scene to Davis. He said that they're all going to get what's coming to them. And he's obviously going to be on the search for Diana in this episode. However, I think one of Kane's people is going to end up finding Drew's car. That's going to be outside of a motel. Monet and Kane, they're going to show up to the motel. Basically, Monet will ask the security where exactly Drew and Diana are, what room they're staying in. And while the security might tell Monet where Diana and Drew are, I think that after she's gone, he's going to tip off Drew and Diana by calling the room and telling them that someone dangerous is looking for them, which is going to set them off to run.
We gotta get out of here now. Let's go. Let's go.
A little hard to go in the room with your mama's footing the bill, huh?
Ma, please. We are sorry. We didn't mean to do it. The day you guys shot somebody else
Y'all
killed.
just gonna take my life like that? I gave you little mother's life. I raised you. I taught you the fucking game. Because of me, you have every fucking thing. I'm your fucking mother.
Do you really think you deserve our respect?
Drew is obviously very angry. And Drew, he's gonna get out of this. You know why? Because Drew is Poppy now. The spirit of Poppy Lorenzo is inside of Drew. And he's gonna push Monet off to the side and run out of the room with Diana. Because at the end of the day, that's what Poppy would do. Obviously, Monet and Kane, they do not know that Diana is pregnant yet. But Diana and Drew, they're going to get out of there as soon as possible. And that's where we see Kane firing shots at Drew's car. Now, obviously, Diana, she's gonna be panicking throughout this entire episode. I mean, actually put into perspective, if you know Diana, she's gonna want to get out of this. Obviously, Drew is a man. I feel that he still feels some type of way about what Monet did. He still wants revenge. And that's another, that's separate from Diana. But Diana, she's going to end up making up with Monet. I believe that in this episode, she's going to give Monet a call. Because remember, Monet does not know that Diana is pregnant yet. She doesn't know anything about that at all. So I feel that she's going to find out in this episode. And in this shot where she's thinking about something, this is immediately after Diana reveals to her that she's pregnant. And she's going to reconsider, everything that just happened. And she's going to tell Diana to come home. And remember, on top of everything, Diana, she at least tried to call off the hit. And I feel like Monet, she's going to remember that. She tried to at least get her out of there.
And I'm sorry. I don't know any other way to show it.
Ma, I left something in the house. Let's go back inside.
But she might not feel the same way about Drew, which is why Kane and Drew, they're going to have a confrontation in this next episode. Kane is obviously very angry. Meanwhile, Tariq is going to be out there still searching for Diana during this time. And he's going to find her, but he's going to be unaware that her and Monet have already made up. And then Monet will confront him about her being pregnant. They're going to talk things out. And obviously, from the preview, we can see that in episode 5, Tariq is speaking with Diana. They're at a hospital. They're having some type of discussion there. I initially thought that Diana was actually going to die. But from the looks of it, I just really see Diana sticking around longer than I expected. I feel like she could survive the mid-season finale because this was just revealed to Tariq. So this is like a brand new thing for him. And usually in TV shows, when there's a big reveal like this, they usually build on that. They don't just, sideline a huge storyline like that. Tariq having a kid, that's a big deal. That's going to play a major role in his character development. Diana could die, yes, but they're obviously going to still try to build on that relationship between her and Tariq. I highly doubt that they had her get pregnant for no reason just to kill her off. She could definitely stick around longer than we expect. Now, Drew and Kane. Drew will find Kane and confront him for shooting at him and Diana when they were pulling out of the motel. Obviously, from the preview, we can see that Drew overpowered Kane and he managed to get the gun away from him. And in this scene, so many things can happen, but from the looks of it, Drew, I feel like in this scene, he's just going to make a statement to Kane, plain and simple, to leave him alone, because he's just as dangerous as he is, and that he will kill him if he continues trying to hurt him, basically. Because I'm pretty sure that it was Drew who found him here in the scene, and he snuck up on him, which is why Kane ends up on the ground. And he basically tells Drew to shoot him. Obviously, Drew doesn't shoot him. He's angry. He just doesn't have it in him to shoot his own brother. However, after this confrontation, after they go their separate ways, Kane, we know that he has a relationship going on with Noma now. They have their little, romance going on together. And just based on what the producers revealed about Kane, he's going to be looking for a promotion in Noma's network, basically. And I feel like that's what the scene is about here. Him and Noma, they're at this place. We know that Drew, he's been trying to leave an impression on Noma. And he's probably going to show up here to try to speak with her, completely unaware that Kane is also there. And then Kane winds up spotting him. And they have a confrontation there. Drew tries to leave as soon as he can. He tries to get away from Kane as soon as possible, basically. But obviously Kane and Drew, they're going to have a confrontation. Another confrontation in this episode that seems to be in a very isolated place. And the last time that we saw something like that, it didn't necessarily end too well for the other person. So this could go either way, to be honest. But take a very, very close look at Drew's face, right? He doesn't have any bruises, right? Kane, he's aiming a gun, but then he ends up punching Drew. I feel that the same exact way that Drew reacted to Kane earlier in the episode is the same exact way that we're going to see Kane react to Drew. He's not going to really have it in him to actually shoot his own brother. And on top of that, Monet told him that he's still his brother. From the preview, that's what we heard.
He is still your brother.
And at the end of the day, all she wants, all that Monet is going to want at the end of the day is for her family to be back together now that Diana is pregnant. From her perspective, the best thing that they could do right now is to just get along and put their problems behind them. So, like I was saying, anything can still happen in the scene. Obviously, anything can happen. Anybody can go at any time in power. That's the nature of the show. But keeping it real, right? Just based on Drew's face, he's not bruised in this shot right here. But when he goes to talk to Monet at the bar, he does have a bruise on his face. This is immediately after that fight with Kane. Monet tells him that she wants to talk with him. She wants to talk things out. She brings up family again when she's talking to him.
We need to cut everybody off and get back to family first.
What? Family, Monet.
Again, she wants the family to get along and to put the problems behind them. That's the thing that's going to be on her mind, basically. She just wants them to be a family again. But Drew, I feel just based on the shot from the trailer where Drew walks away from Monet at the bar, I feel like he's still not going to be on her side. He's probably just going to tell her that he doesn't want to be part of the family anymore, that is destroyed. And he ends up walking away. But Monet tells him that at the end of the day, she's always going to be there for the family and for her daughter, Diana, now that she's pregnant. And after this, just based on the preview right here, again, look at Drew's face when he's detained by Carter. He has a bruise on his face. I initially thought that this person that's next to Drew was his partner, but I think that this is actually one of Zeon's people. Zeon, in the middle of all of this mess throughout this episode, Zeon is going to want to know who went after his product, who put the hit out on him and on his product to be destroyed. And obviously, someone was approached by Kane. I believe that someone will tell Zeon what really happened, that Kane Tejada approached him. And Zeon, he operates in vans from what we saw. His products get moved around in vans. And it's possible that he wants to take one of the Tejadas out for messing up his product, basically. And he ends up taking Drew as a way to have revenge, basically. That's what's going to happen, which is why Monet, she's firing at this van. It's because they took Drew. Now, if Drew gets kidnapped, Monet is obviously going to come up with a plan to get him back. And the only way that is going to work is if the family comes back together. And that's where I believe that we will see them all work together again to save themselves, basically, from Zeon. That's why we see Kane fighting in Zeon's ring. The point of this fight is going to be to save Drew. That's how Monet is going to get Drew back, basically. And that's going to lead to the scene because Carter, he's investigating that explosion that happened. He's going to be investigating Zeon, and he's obviously going to be right behind Monet, which is going to lead up to this scene right here, this confrontation between them. And I believe that just based on these pictures between Monet and Carter, and based on the fact that Carter ends up taking out this dude that I believe kidnaps Drew, I believe that Carter and Monet, they could potentially have history together. Just based on how, comfortable they look here, they probably knew each other at a certain point. And I believe that Carter is hiding something. Obviously, they're not going to reveal too much about Carter so soon in the season. But obviously, I feel that he's obviously hiding something just based on the way that he was speaking to Tariq about his father. He knew exactly who James St. Patrick was. And there is something big that Carter is hiding that is connected to Ghost's return. And Junior, may have discovered something else other than the green cards about Tariq, because Carter seems to have something that is making him want to investigate Tariq even more. And it could be connected to what Tariq did all those years ago. I'll be diving further into this very soon. Stay tuned. Now remember how frustrated Tariq already is with the Tejadas. He said that they're all gonna get what's coming to them. I don't believe Monet told him to kill Diana as soon as he saw her. I believe that he's actually angry because he set up his own business at some club where he's selling Zeon's drugs, and then Kane found out what he was up to, and he brought Noma over, and she basically shut his entire little business that he had going on there. And now Tariq, he wants to get back at Kane by killing his sister. But Monet, like I said, she's going to stop all of this, and they're going to tell Tariq that Diana is pregnant. That's what's going to happen in that particular scene, like I said. Let me know your theories, your predictions for this next episode. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Thank you for watching.
Tariq, if you do this shit, you can never go back.